The legendary Angel Jaclyn Smith has grown into a strong businesswoman, and her empire is currently growing. Just a moment and she'll be here live. But before, let's take a look at where it started. The role of Kelly Garrett in Charlie's Angels will always be associated with the faultless icon that is Jaclyn Smith from 1970s television. But hidden beneath her mesmerizing grin and intense eyes is a story of hardship, where unseen obstacles molded a strong and fearless lady. Jaclyn grew up as a little kid in Texas who wanted to be a ballet dancer and ended up being a Hollywood star. Despite all the attention, she endured 4 unhappy marriages, deep loss bereavement, and a terrifying fight with breast cancer. An unforgettable and profoundly moving narrative unfolds with each passing episode of her life. In spite of everything that has happened to her, how has Jaclyn Smith managed to remain a worldwide icon? What actually happened during her extraordinary ordeal? Furthermore, how is Jaclyn Smith's life right now? Enter the remarkable life of the man behind Hollywood's glitz and glamour, a life filled with inspiration despite the struggles he endured. Formative years. Margaret Ellen and Jack Smith, a dentist of Russian and Jewish descent, had a daughter named Jaclyn on October 26, 1945, in Houston, Texas. Because her mother was from a mixed-race family, Jaclyn grew up with a complex tapestry of English, Scottish, Irish, and Welsh heritage. She frequently reminisced about her humble upbringing in Houston, which was rich with precious family moments. Jaclyn attended Mirabeau B. Lamar High School, graduating in 1964. Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, offered her a degree in psychology and a theatrical minor. But Jaclyn made a crucial choice after only a year. She would abandon her studies and follow a career path that was more in line with her genuine interest. Moving to New York City was a watershed moment for Jaclyn. Her first goal in enrolling at the Balanchine School of American Ballet was to pursue a career in ballet. But New York was a whole different ballgame. Jaclyn came to the realization that ballet was not her calling due to the intense training and demanding atmosphere. At this period, she started delving into her newfound love for the stage and acting. After Jaclyn left the dance class, she entered the modeling and acting industries. Small advertising efforts, such as those for Breck hairspray and Listerine mouthwash, gave her her start. Despite their seeming modesty, these parts gave Jaclyn her breakthrough and showcased her natural talent for film. Rather than being a failure, giving up on her dance dreams opened the door to something much better. This fearless choice charted the trajectory for her whole life and profession, elevating a girl from a little town in Texas to the status of one of the most adored movie icons. Early career. When Jaclyn Smith first arrived in Hollywood, she was not a Hollywood star. Instead, she earned the kind of success that most people can only dream of by painstakingly constructing her career from the most meager of opportunities. She became known as a Breck girl after being selected to represent Breck shampoo. This role went beyond merely an advertising campaign. It came to represent the epitome of 1970s beauty and sophistication. Jaclyn's image graced magazines across America, making her a recognizable face and affirming her place in the entertainment industry. Around the same time, Jaclyn collaborated with Farrah Fawcett on a Wella Balsam shampoo campaign. This partnership was the start of not only a professional relationship, but also a close friendship. Later, when both starred on Charlie's Angels, their bond developed, establishing one of the most adored duos on television. However, Jaclyn's journey was not without challenges. She auditioned for the role of Victoria Winters in Dark Shadows, but did not receive the part. The role went to Kate Jackson, who would subsequently connect Jaclyn with the production crew of Charlie's Angels. This setback didn't deter Jaclyn. On the contrary, it encouraged her to keep going and look for better chances. Having Jaclyn make an appearance in The Adventurers in 1970 was another huge break. Despite the film's financial failure, it was her breakthrough performance, playing a journalist caught up in the middle of a significant story. In this part, Jaclyn was able to demonstrate that she possessed acting chops in addition to her stunning good looks. Despite her lack of star power and ostentatious beginnings, Jaclyn Smith showed remarkable tenacity and perseverance throughout her career. She didn't sit around and hope for good fortune. On the contrary, she made the most of every little chance that came her way. Jaclyn was ready to embark on a new chapter in her career, one that would lead to stardom thanks to her dogged determination. A resounding career. The turning point in Jaclyn Smith's career came in 1976, after years of consistent yet resolute advancement. Her life took a dramatic change when she landed the role of Kelly Garrett on Charlie's Angels, a role that would go on to make her an international superstar. Dennis Cole, an actor, was someone she met while filming Charlie's Angels. It was the romantic gestures, like flowers and letters that Dennis sent, that finally won her heart. Only 25 people were present for the couple's 1978 New York wedding, which was kept under wraps. But the love affair didn't last. Their relationship became strained after more than 2 years due to work-related stress and pressure from the media. As much as Dennis detested being called Mr. Jaclyn Smith, he felt engulfed by her stardom. After her marriage ended in 1981, Jaclyn had a deep sense of failure and learned a valuable lesson about managing her profession and love life. Despite their separation, Jaclyn maintained a close bond with Dennis's son, Joe Cole, whom she cherished as her own. Tragically, in 1991, Joe was killed during a robbery, a devastating event that deeply affected Jaclyn. She once shared that the loss was not only a personal heartbreak, but also a poignant reminder of life's fragility. Jaclyn Smith's third marriage to acclaimed filmmaker Tony Richmond began in 1981. This marked a new chapter in Jaclyn's life as she became a mother. Her 2 children, Gaston and Spencer, are the biggest pride of her life. Gaston Richmond, born in 1982, followed in his father's footsteps to become a director, working on noteworthy movies like Netflix's Atypical and SEAL Team. Despite his busy work, Gaston maintains a tight relationship with his mother, whom he considers the sunshine of my life. Jaclyn often posts sweet moments with her son on social media, especially during birthdays or family occasions. Her daughter, Spencer Margaret Richmond, born in 1985, inherited her mother's inventiveness. In 2017, Spencer and Jaclyn teamed to establish the children's product line Spencer by Jaclyn Smith. This milestone highlighted the close link between mother and daughter, and Jaclyn's affection for her granddaughter, B, Spencer's daughter, who inspired the collection. However, Jaclyn's marriage to Tony Richmond was not without obstacles. Jaclyn devoted herself wholeheartedly to raising her children after their 1989 separation, ending a difficult but ultimately rewarding chapter in her life. Dr. Brad Allen was Jaclyn's last stable marriage, after 3 troubled ones. Brad, in contrast to her earlier spouses, was a thoracic surgeon and not involved in show business. In addition to providing Jaclyn with much-needed stability, this partnership also served as an incredible rock for her during her most difficult health battle to date. Jaclyn received the news of her early-stage breast cancer diagnosis in 2003 at what should have been a normal physical. Despite the catastrophic blow, Jaclyn remained unfazed. After enduring radiation treatment and surgery, she dove headfirst into the fight. Brad was there for her every step of the way, providing unwavering support and care as she underwent therapy. In addition to her close friends and children, Gaston and Spencer, they were a tremendous inspiration to her during those tough times. According to Jaclyn, she once said that the love of her loved ones was the key that unlocked the meaning of life for her. After recovering from her illness, Jaclyn Smith made a conscious effort to live a healthy lifestyle. This allowed her to preserve her vitality and everlasting beauty. Building solid relationships is one of her trade secrets. Jaclyn thinks it's good for her health and her happiness to spend time with her loved ones, whether that's her family, friends, or fans. She manages to fit in all of her loved ones' needs, from dinners with the family to more relaxed get-togethers with friends, no matter how hectic her schedule gets. She also has a regular social media presence, where she shares ordinary moments with her fans and shares stories about her fight for health and beauty. She claims that the positive outlook and boundless energy she gets from her social connections are the keys to her success. Along with caring connections, Jaclyn values sleep highly because it is the bedrock upon which she builds her energy reserves and the basis upon which she maintains healthy skin. She takes great care of her skin in the hours leading up to bedtime and sticks to a regular sleep routine. Her skincare regimen consists of retinol for anti-aging purposes and post-sauna moisturizing to maintain her skin's plumpness and hydration. It is worth mentioning that she uses a natural oil therapy on a 4-day basis to thoroughly wash and hydrate her skin. Because of all the TLC Jaclyn receives, her skin has managed to resist the effects of time and look younger than her years. Organic, fresh foods provide the backbone of Jaclyn's well-rounded diet. Cucumber, apple, celery, kale, and ginger green smoothies are her favorite. She also loves fruits and veggies. To her, good eating is about more than just keeping herself healthy. It's also about keeping her spirits up. However, she doesn't overly restrict herself and allows occasional indulgences in her favorite treats, like pizza or hamburgers, always in moderation to keep everything balanced. In addition, Jaclyn regularly practices yoga and light weightlifting to maintain flexibility and muscle health. These physical activities not only help her stay in shape, but also provide a sense of relaxation, especially when she and her husband, Brad Allen, participate in fun at-home workouts together. For Jaclyn, physical activity is a vital element of her path to preserve her health and beauty. Ultimately, her positive spirit is the most crucial secret. Jaclyn begins her day with good ideas and seeks joy in every moment. She believes that a positive attitude not only helps overcome obstacles, but also works as a miracle treatment for keeping youthfulness and energy. Jaclyn Smith is a living embodiment of strength, health, and happiness, and she has been able to keep her beauty, and all thanks to these routines. Reflecting on Jaclyn Smith's personal life, it becomes evident that despite facing hardships, she emerged stronger. Despite her cancer diagnosis, Jaclyn has maintained her positive outlook, healthy lifestyle, and devotion to her family throughout her 4 marriages. She is a role model for perseverance and success in the face of hardship, and she is also a legendary figure in her field. On and off film, Jaclyn is an inspiration because of how hard she works to provide for her family and herself. The public's first thought upon hearing the name Jaclyn Smith is usually the stunning and talented Kelly Garrett she played on Charlie's Angels. Nonetheless, her adventure goes much beyond the confines of the television. Jaclyn is now a phenomena with several facets. She broke away from the typical Hollywood celebrity and was an early adopter of personal branding, which allowed other celebrities to use their status for good. Jaclyn wasn't merely a brand name. She had a range of clothing at Kmart as well as collections of furniture and wigs. She contributed thoughtfully throughout the design process, yielding one-of-a-kind items. This achievement demonstrated that fame could serve as more than simply a promotional tool. It could also convey a way of life and artistic expression. Jaclyn Smith portrayed the modern woman on cinema in an enduring light, self-reliant, powerful, and assured. Not only was her Kelly Garrett depiction iconic, but it also stood as a symbol of overcoming prejudices. Generations of women found encouragement to follow their dreams and realize their potential in the role, which helped them overcome social obstacles. Jaclyn has given back to the community in ways that go beyond her professional life. Not only did her ordeal with breast cancer alter her private life, but it also altered her perspective on the world around her. Jaclyn sent a strong message of health and optimism by taking part in awareness programs. She moved millions of women around the world with her candid and uplifting account of conquering sickness in the 2010 documentary One a Minute. Present day, Jaclyn Smith, who is 79 years old, continues to astound the audience with her astonishingly young appearance. Jaclyn is living the good life with her 4th husband, Brad Allen, in addition to her famous profession and loving, close-knit family. In 2024, Jaclyn and Brad commemorated their 27th wedding anniversary, a testament to the enduring strength of their love. Through an emotional Instagram video, Jaclyn expressed her deepest gratitude, saying, "You're my best friend, my partner in life, the one who makes me laugh through every up and down and takes care of all of us, even my little girlfriend." Being in Brad's company not only makes her happy, but it also encourages her to take care of herself physically and mentally. "He reminds me to stick to a low-fat diet and is always an inspiration for me to take care of myself," said the woman. Jaclyn and Brad currently live in a lavish California estate where they take pleasure in quiet family gatherings and live in harmony with one another. Age is simply a number, as she frequently proves by posting videos of their workouts filled with laughter and lighthearted moments. Jaclyn wrote once, "We found a way to laugh and exercise at the same time. It's what keeps us motivated every day." For Jaclyn, nothing matters more than her family. She is very involved with her 2 children from her marriage to Tony Richmond, filmmaker Gaston, and children's product company, founder Spencer by Jaclyn Smith, Spencer and Spencer Jr. Bea, Olivia Rose, and Ren are Jaclyn's 3 grandchildren, and she is very proud of all of them. She gushed over her grandchildren, saying, "The love for your children is immense, but the love for your grandchildren surpasses all words." So glad she was a grandma now. In addition to her responsibilities as a wife, mother, and grandma, Jaclyn is actively involved in growing her business. She is believed to be worth $150 million, much of which comes from her personal brand empire. More than 20 years after overcoming breast cancer, she is still very much involved in charitable work, especially in the area of breast cancer awareness. In addition to being an uplifting example of how to balance your career, family, and self-care, Jaclyn Smith's present life is a picture of success and joy. Despite the challenges she has had in her marriages and her battles with disease, Jaclyn remains a shining example of how a strong will and positive attitude can overcome any obstacle, regardless of age. The strength of family love and the impact of overcoming adversity are two of the many lessons that Jaclyn Smith has taught via her personal story and the relationships she has forged. She has been an inspiration throughout her life, from the storms of her marriages to the triumphs of her successful work and the happiness of her current existence.